Hey y'all, happy Friday. Happy preparation for a year at it. It's the weekend, baby. Anyway, you guys know on Fridays, I like to give you guys something to do that's going to help you prosper in your future or your near future to come, right? And earlier, I did my short from First John chapter 4, verse 20, KJV version, and it reads as follows. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he had seen, how can he love God, whom he had not seen? Yes, ask yourself that question, right? How can you love God, whom you have not seen, but hate your brother who you see every day? That's because you're a hypocrite, right? And again, we have so many hypocrites in this world, right? You know, those very same hypocrites, right, who received support, loyalty, time, love, and everything when they was in dire need, when they needed their help. You was by their side, right? But as soon as you needed them, no matter if it was a life or death situation, a wedding, or whatever, you know, as soon as you needed them, they ghost you, right? Turn their back on you and made you their enemy, right? Creating a problem between you because of their mindset not being the same as your mindset, right? You possessing a more pure heart, and them within them lies secrets of wickedness, right? So that's why. Because they're a hypocrite, right? Trust and believe me, it goes on every day. We have so many people, you know, who is there for others, right? We're bending over backwards for them, right? But as soon as they need them, they ain't nowhere to be found, right? Yeah, it's because they're hypocrite, you know. So we have to be careful, right? Who we call, you know, to be and you know, just to be a part of our life, right? Who we call, you know, to be a part of our struggles, right? Because those same people, you know, who you being there doing their struggles, as soon as you need them, they're gonna turn their back on you, right? Because, you know, really within them, they're looking at you like they really, really love what you're doing and how you operate. But because it's not within them, they don't have the pureness of their heart, right, to do the things you do. So therefore, you know, they look at you, right, and probably try to ruin your name and everything and make you be something they're not. All because, right, that they don't possess the same pureness of your heart, right? So therefore, they cannot be there to help you when you need them, right? But because of you and your pure heart, you always there when they need you, even if they became your enemy, right? Because we know, you know, those who are following righteous, we know that two wrongs don't make a right, right? So although that they're a hypocrite and they dish you and ghost you, you know, when you needed them, you will still be there by their side, because that's the difference between you and them. You possess righteousness and they possess wickedness, okay? So for this weekend, I want you guys to, you know, release that secret wickedness, right, that you have for your brother and sister, right? You know, within you, you hate them and you hoping they come down and everything. You watching them every day, you know, praying on their downfall, right? Knowing that that same very person was there with you 24/7, was there on your beck and call, helped you, because they didn't look at it like you look at it. They looked at it as really because within them, they knew they was a true friend, but they always seen that you was a real enemy, you know, within, right? So again, for this weekend, I need for you guys to really search within yourselves, right? Examine yourself, right? And you know, and start giving back, right? Start being that support system for that person who was support system for you, right? Start showing them, you know, that you care. Because again, how can you love God whom you have not seen and turn around and hate your brother who you see every day, right? That same brother and sister who's by your side, who was your beck and call when you was down and out, probably when your mama, daddy died, or probably when you got married or whatever, especially if y'all was childhood friends, no matter what y'all went through. When someone died or get married, that person should still give their condolences to you, okay? But, you know, we got so many people that lie secrets within, right? They hate your upcoming, right? They hate that you got married. They even hate that somebody died in your family, right? Because then they got to give you support. But because they feel within their hearts, although you was there for them when their mother died, They daddy died. They got married. You was always there for them. But down the line, because you was on that beck call, because you said, I'm tired of this, girl, I ain't got time for this. They all of a sudden create you an enemy, make you a villain, and never support you now. Not thinking about that y'all done grew up together. Like all that stuff, that's petty, that's juvenile, that petty stuff should be gone somewhere. When we come in, when we talking about life, death, or marriage, you throw that pettiness out the back door and stand up and be a man and a woman and support that person, right? Because you really only hurting yourself while you looking at that person advance and you still sitting in your crabbish ways, right? Still stuck in life, probably still trying to get people high, or still trying to get people to do something that they shouldn't be doing, right? Still trying to get people to fall because you ain't got nobody to lean on, or because that's who you can control. Right? So again, this weekend, I want you guys to start giving back. Examine yourself, right? Support that person that was by your side, right? Don't hate them, but be there for them. If they was there for you, you know they was there for you. You know they was there for you within yourself. You know that's for you. So it's eating you up every day, but instead you killing yourself. Because all that hatred you still possess within yourself, looking at that person advance, looking at that person prosper, but yet you still in your crabbish ways. Ain't coming up, ain't doing nothing, but because of your mindset, you allowing your own self to keep you down, right? Because of that very person that you really hate that went up, then left you right in your crabbish ways, and they on about living life. They living, and they joyful, and they peaceful, and they living, because why? They let all their understanding, let the Father be their understanding, not them. And of course, they did not treat you like you treated them, but instead they always showed you love, knowing that the Father was going to reward them, knowing that although you didn't show them love, it didn't matter. They're going to get it anyway, right? So for this weekend, examine yourselves, you guys. Stop turning your back on people who was there for you, right? Why don't you examine yourself and be like, you know that person was there for you, but you'll go right around and go talk about that person and try to mess their reputation and whisper everything, whisper nothings in everybody's ear as if they done something to you, but you're the enemy. You are the person that caused that problem. You are the person that created that enemies between you and that person, all because really within you envy that person. You love what they do, but because you can't do it, because you ain't got the braveness to do it, right? You hate them. And because you don't like they moving ahead, you want to bring them down and keep them right with your crabbish ways. But no, everybody not like that, especially prime with me. I've been through that. Trust me, I got people who I didn't grow up with, won't even say, congratulations, sorry about your daddy loss or anything, but I was there for them 24/7. Every time they need me, I was there. I gave advice. I never looked at them down. Whatever they need, dire, whatever it was, no matter what type of beef we had, when you was in dire need, I was there. And can't nobody, not one of my friends say I wasn't. Can't even none of them say I backstabbed them. Not one. Not one can say, oh, Latrice was bogus, she backstabbed them. And even if I done something to them that was bogus, Latrice came and told them because it was convicting her spirit. She didn't even want to handle it. If she done them wrong, friend, I'm sorry, I just want to tell you I did this. And they'll tell you. So, okay, now one of my friends ever say I was not by their side when they needed me. But mostly, I only can count on my fingers who was there for me. But for the most part, the same people I grew up with and was by their side, this is me, right? And look at me with hatred, all because I left them and moved forward on with my life. But guess what? While you still sitting in your crabbish ways, watching me prosper, I'm going to leave you behind in smoke. And in due time, I'm going to look at you and be like, you shoulda, woulda, coulda. But you didn't because you was too focused on me. Okay, so again, you guys, for this weekend, I want you guys to start helping those people that helped you. Stop making them your enemy when they need your help. I mean, you was spending their money, you was eating all their food, right? You was in their house, living, probably not paying rent, doing everything probably behind their back anyway. Now when they need you, you ain't nowhere to be found. You didn't ghost them, and you done made them your enemy, all because of your wickedness that you possess secretly, right? All because you really don't like them because of they like that they put out, because you know that you walking so much in darkness, deep in darkness, until you can't see that you're the only hypocrite who need to examine yourself, right? That you lost your own friends because of your ways. It's not that you took advantage of that person got tired of you take advantage, because with me, I give you, I cater to you. Whatever I got, you got. If you want that bad, you can have it. But don't ever think that I allowed you to take my kindness for weakness or use me, because worldly values don't define me, right? My righteous ways and my purity of my heart do. So don't matter what I gave you. I could have gave you, I done gave money, I done gave clothes, I done gave stuff all the way free. People go back and sit down. Oh, she's so stupid. I used the mess out of her. I got her. Man, she gave it. She's so stupid. I would never do that. That's just why I'm in my position that I'm in now. You in your position where you at. You still in your crabbish ways, stuck trying to get out probably ecstasy pills or drugs or alcohol, just stuck in those ways because you allow worldly desires, remember, to get you and keep you back, while you allowed yourself to come up with these problems. And now you need to, do all these things, drugs and just everything, right, to, overcome your problems. While you sitting around talking about that same very person then prospered and left you behind and got a whole life that you could never compare to, because you stuck in your crabbish mindset, and that person, allowed to live life. They walked freely without fear and boldly showed you and set an example to show you how it should be done. And if you get that hatred out your heart, you can do it too. So again, you guys, show support to your friends. Stop being that person that you think you using them. Stop being that person you think you taking their kindness for weakness, because really, we all gonna reap their soul. And trust and believe me, in due time, when it hit you, those flashbacks gonna be coming like, dang, I did this. Man, I remember I did this. Dang, this coming back. It's coming back. And the more weakness you do, the more you're gonna experience, right? And if you do too much, it's gonna take you out anyway, right? So, again, this weekend, stop treating your brothers and sisters who's been there for you badly, right? Don't ghost them and disappoint them and make them your enemy when they need you, when they was there for you 24/7. When you ain't had nothing, you was dusty, broke, and disgusted, desperate. They opened up everything for you, took in everything for you, helped you. And as soon as they needed you, you ghost them, turned your back on them, and created an enemy. You hypocrite. And you wonder why you're going through all the suffering, right? You wonder why you so alone. You wonder why you so miserable and bitter, and you ain't really got no friends. Now you got to settle for friends, right? Now you done messed up so much until you got to settle for friends that you never even dealt with. That's how life come back and get you, because of you and your ways. Remember, because we sold, we get a certain age, all that stuff we done when we was young, we didn't think about how it's going to catch up. Now you at a certain age and you got to settle. You can't be that person you used to be when you was young, when everybody held you up in the highest regards. But because you done them all the people that held you up in the highest regard, you could probably try to drop something in their drink or get them to get high, drunk, turned everybody on ecstasy pills. They're tired. They said, that's not the life I want. So they left you in that bucket of crap and moved forward, right? And watch you fall while they succeed. So again, you guys, be careful how we treating those who treat us. Respect those who respect you, right? Give back who gave you, right? Examine yourself. If they was there for you, why not be there for them? Okay? Don't turn your back and ghost them and make your enemy when they really need you, when you know they down and out, when they was there for you. You are a hypocrite, right? And you're going to reap what you sow. All right? So, let's just say this. It would be hypocritical to say I love God when you treat your brother like nothing, right? So they say, how do it make you feel to possess such hatred in your heart, right? But pretend to have so much love for God. Because that's impossible, right? Dark can't mix with light, right? It just can't, right? Light and dark don't mix. So how God is of loving, right? So again, how do it make you feel to possess such hatred in your heart, right? Because the Father is not of hatred, but pretend to have so much love for God. I mean, we got 1,000 people in churches right there. We got the heads of the churches, in the congregation. We love these people, but that race or that class, we're going to keep away. But you so much of God, to my love God, but you hate that. You hate that about them, but you're talking about your love of God. No, you're a hypocrite. Duh. Okay? Now, here we go. Now, here's another thing. Again, it would be hypocritical to say, I love God when you treat your brother and sister like they're your enemy. Or just made them your enemy when they needed you, right? And turned your back on the very person who has always been there for you, right? How can you have such hate for your brother or sister or your associate or your relative, someone who you consider to be a friend, who have only been there for you, but you mad at them because they want to allow you to bring them down on the level you are? You see, people are sick, right? They are like, just deeply sick for someone, to get mad at you, right? And because you want to allow them to bring them on the same level they on. No, you can see different. Like, nah, baby, I know I want to live. And I want to live freely because the Father give all our rights to our free agency. So just because you want to be stuck in that life, stuck in that hood, broke life and caught up, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to move forward. And as you see, I am, right? And because I move forward and separated myself, the Father continue to bless me because he know my heart. And it's pure, unlike yours. So, or while you sitting around trying to hurt, trying to hate on that person, talk about that person is like, zoom, while you stuck. Duh. Think about it. Okay. Why hate your brother or sister for anything when we all have the right to our free agency? If you consider yourself to be Christ-like, why hold on to so much hate for your brother or sister, right? So again, for this weekend, I want you guys to relieve the hate from your hearts and show your brother or your sister or your associate or your friend or whomever it is some love. That same love they gave you when you were dying need. Go show it back. They're waiting on it, okay? I want you guys to treat them like they always treated you. You know they treat you with respect and treat you with the utmost respect and helped you. But look at you. If you look in the mirror, you know you ain't duh, okay? I'm sure they've been there for you, but when they needed you, you hauled ass. Just hauled out. Like, oh my goodness, that person need me. I can't help. Please stop. I gotta go. Next stop, please. Don't pass go. Yeah. Because you are a hypocrite and you are a loser. And you're going to see in due time, when you get a certain age, you're still going to be sitting in them hypocrite ways and you ain't never going to advance. While that same person that you did in, it's going to be looking at, going to be gone. Like in light, with lightning speed. You're going to see them keep on progressing and prosper. While you sitting there in your crabbish ways, you and your associates who you had to settle for because you can't get out your crabbish mindset, all that deep weakness within you, they just going to be moving forward and prospering, moving forward and prospering while you still stuck there. Then by the time they going to be probably 60 years old, living their life, you still going to be 60, talking and thinking in such a crabbish way, with a crabbish mindset that's continuing to hold you down while you reaping what you sowed. Because now you're going through all the reaping what you sowed at your old age because you put out all too much while you was young. All the hate that's coming back on you. Now you probably got health problems. You ain't got nobody in your life. You got to settle for a friend who you never hung with. Right? You got to deal with all these things, now that you older, flashing back, when you was younger. All the things you done, right, is catching up with you. Because, again, you're now reaping what you sowed. And you having flashbacks to all you put out there. You thought that God wasn't looking, but he was watching you. And the watchman was, too. We knew at the very point in time, you was going to get at a certain age, and you was going to be down and out. Having flashbacks, thinking about what you could have, should have done. Okay? Okay. I'm sure you went to them for some advice. But when they needed you, you were nowhere to be found. Yeah, that's 2/3 of the world, right? I'm sure they helped you out in your time in need, but when they needed you, you treated them like an enemy. Yep, I'm sure they always helped you. They always helped you. They was there for you, stupid. They was always there for you, but you want to act stupid and ignorant as if it never existed. So you want to make yourself believe that that person is the enemy, knowing it was you that made you guys enemies because of your deep weakness and your darkness that you possess, right? That you spread throughout the world. And all the people you leaving them blind, all y'all gonna be in them crabbish ways and fall together. Okay? I'm sure you made yourself believe that you're the victim when you done so much to them until they became tired of your wicked ways and just decided to separate themselves from you. Yeah, that person got tired. They were like, I'm done. This person right here, no matter what I do, how I help them, how I be nice, and how I treat them, they just wicked as ever. They won't never change, right? So therefore, we're not equally yoked. I got to separate myself from you. And now you see the difference. I'm prospering and you're not. Okay? I'm sure when they try to keep it real with you and real you and voice to you that they didn't like what you did to them, you got mad, played like you was the victim, and made them the enemy. Because you know they came to you and was trying to talk to you, and voice to you, try to keep it real with you, that they didn't like what you did to them. But you got mad, played like you was the victim, and made them your enemy. Yes, you did. I'm sure they always supported you in anything and everything, especially in such a dire need. They were there. But when they needed you to show up to support them, you turned coats like you never knew them at all. Oh, they don't mess with me. They don't mess with me. You so stupid. Especially when y'all probably was childhood friends and did all this and that. No matter, okay, what type of beef you guys have, it should never be the point where you can't tell that person you support that person for life or death or marriage situation. You're petty and you're a devil, you're a hypocrite. It should never be that way. No matter what y'all go through, if it ain't nothing that somebody try to kill you, if that person going through a life or death situation in their life, you should support them. They supported you. So why turn your back on them now and say, oh, they don't mess with me? You are a juvenile hypocrite because it shouldn't be that way. You should be the bigger woman, and overlook that stuff and say, I'm so sorry for your loss. So I'm congratulating you. I know that we had our words, but this is bigger than that because I'm a woman before anything. But no, so many of us are low bargain hood rat stuck in the hood, still with that same crappish mindset, watching you prosper while they hating on you and sitting back and losing everything. Okay? All right, let's see. But one thing you must be sure about is that we all reap what we sow, and it's guaranteed during the time you really need support, no one is going to help you. And that's when everything is going to flash back on you, how you really possess a wicked heart, and how all of a sudden no one wants to be bothered with you anymore. And when this happens, you start settling for anyone who would be your friend, feeling compromised because you know within yourself you ain't shh. And it's now coming back to haunt you because you have burned all your bridges with those who would do anything for you. Burnt them, boo. So for this weekend, I want you guys to apologize to whom you know you did wrong, right? So that you can reseal you guys' relationship. Be there for them. Change your ways, but be there for them like they was there for you. And even if you guys not friends, I'm gonna reconcile the relationship, okay? Apologize. Come on, be a bigger woman, right? Apologize and move forward so you won't have that guilt trip on your shoulder, right? Right? And always remember this. Remember this same question, right? How can you love God whom you have not seen, but hate your brother or sister who you see every day, right? Because listen to this. Because he who loveth God loved his brother also. Again, he who loveth God loveth his brother also, right? So if you love God, then you must love your brother. If you love God, don't love your brother, you are a hypocrite. Duh. So again, this weekend, examine you guys, right? Examine yourselves and, look in that glass mirror, and keep it real with yourself and ask yourself, have I been that friend that really been playing my friends bogus? They always was there for me. Even when we was younger, I got advice from them. They never steered me wrong. They was by my side. If they had money, they gave it to me. They let their family feed you. They didn't care. They never tried to overlook you or be bogus. They invited you out to their house. Their whole family welcomed you. But in your little twisted, deep, darkened, wicked mind, you was always only thinking how he's going to get over on them, right? And how he's going to bring their family down, right? And how he's going to come between them, right? Because you that wicked seed that was planted, because although you might have been spoiled rotten, you never received that love, that righteous love. So you don't know how to give righteous love. So now this weekend, try to gain righteous love. That same righteous love that your friend or associate showed you when you was in dire need. Give it back. Change your ways. Or you will perish in that crabbish mindset that you currently sit in. All right, you guys. Happy Friday again. Happy preparation for your Sabbath. And I love y'all. Bye. Peace.